tell, we got plenty of wood on the stack there, and most of the stuff has been cut by a chainsaw, so it's nice clean cuts, really good for just testing out some batoning. And so the knife we got today is the Ka-Bar BK-7, really nice knife. If you haven't seen my review on it, check it out. And so not going to be a real fancy video, we're just going to do some batoning with it and see how it performs. This wood, as you can tell, is pretty straight grained, but this is a lot of really wet hickory and stuff. It's been raining the past few days. This is pretty dense, heavy wood. It's not exactly a cakewalk, but it's not that bad either. That split pretty easily. Now you will notice I didn't go straight down the center of this log just because the blade's not quite long enough. Even at 7 inches, it's not that big. Something like the Ka-Bar large heavy Bowie, I could have just gone straight through the center. Something nice about that kind of slab construction on those handles, you can kind of hit back here, tap that back of that knife down when you need to. Busted right through that knot. Alright, let's get some more wood. Got another log. Let's keep going. Bit easier than some of the soft pines because these don't have nearly as much sap in them, and sap is one of the things that can really cause you problems. Also knots. goes the bark. Some of you might be wondering why we're splitting this wood. You might just say, well, why not just find smaller smaller branches and stuff and just throw it on the fire? In some environments you can do that. Other times, like today, when it's been raining and snowing, anything you're going to find that's dead is going to be wet. And the only way you're going to get dry wood to start a fire is to get on the inside of this stuff and get to the dry parts in here. And you need either a good large survival knife or potentially like a hatchet or an axe to be able to do that. Not really getting any vibration or anything in the handle through here. It's holding up pretty well. As you can tell, I'm smacking this pretty hard and it's holding up pretty well. That tip, while it does come to a fairly fine point, I haven't been able to break it yet, so seems alright. There we go. That was nice. Oh, missing. There we go. Gotta love these super tough fixed blades that you can just pound through stuff and not worry about. Almost burned that. Now you will notice I'm wearing gloves. These really aren't the best gloves. I'd prefer just, you know, good old leather gloves. These are just what I had on me at the moment. But I definitely recommend wearing gloves when you're doing this. Not only does it protect you a little bit from the blade, in case you were to slip, but it also just protects you from the wood. The wood can just really wear on your skin and give you blisters and all sorts of stuff. And today it's actually around 50 degrees. So they keep my hands just a little bit warm. Straight into that knot right there, and if it's jamming right up, the blade's not really in there all that straight anyway. Might just have to pull this one out if we can't drive it through. Let's keep going for it. Let's see if we can make it. You notice that little bit sharper tip does kind of tear up this the baton a little bit more. I don't know. The way I'd recommend you rescue your blade like this, one way to do it is to obviously just try to hammer it back out the opposite way, but then you're hammering on your edge, which isn't so fun. Another way is if you've already split some stuff and you got some thinner stuff, so you can just hammer down a bit of a wedge. That'll free up your blade, as you can tell. You can either recenter it and keep going, like I think we will. There we go, we got it. Just had to center the blade there. Right through that knot. Piece of cake, right? Alright. Got it. Having a solid platform like that instead of sinking into the ground every time you hit it really helps. Alright, got a little bit longer limb here. Let's just do some chopping with this. This is, you know, smaller limb. You can tell, not huge, but, you know, it'll give you an idea as to the chopping capabilities of, you know, of the BK-7. Put the lanyard on there just for a safe measure. Alright, so there you go. You know, it's not a power chopper, but I mean, it doesn't weigh that much either. It's like a 12 or 13 ounce knife. It's fairly light. We'll take care of some of these branches here. You know, for delimbing processes and stuff, cutting off all the small stuff, it'll do fine at that. As far as cutting this into a, you know, I just did the chopping. There's, you know, other methods of doing that. Maybe where you stand this up like this. We've got this pole standing up here, just like that. Then you're just gonna chop around it. So you're pretty much just chopping straight down. That's a much faster method. You see, I got through that pretty easy. Let's keep going with that method. Seems to work a little bit better. Alright, so there you go. Just demonstrating some of the batoning and some of the chopping characteristics of the BK-7. Overall, I think it's a really good survival knife. It's lightweight, it's durable, it's very reliable. As you can tell, it can chop if you have to. I'd recommend you carry something like a backpacking saw to pair with this. But overall, I really like it. Check out my full review for all my thoughts, where I really talk a lot more about the knife. This was just kind of giving you an idea of how it performs. And it performed just fine. Split up that stack of firewood right there, no problem. And I wouldn't have any hesitations about taking that knife into the backcountry. So if you have any questions at all, feel free to leave that in the comments. Happy to help you guys out. If you like what you saw, feel free to subscribe. Evan, have a nice day.